What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy. So after weeks of procrastinating and a few more weeks of waiting for parts to arrive in the mail from several Bricklink orders for just some small parts to finally finish this, I'm finally done with my totally custom farmhouse for my Lego farm. If you haven't seen my Lego videos on my farming stuff or my farm display or city display, check those out. So this one is built on a gray 48 by 48 base plate. We've got custom trees on both sides, a little custom tractor. This one's not totally custom because I got the instructions off ReBrickable. You guys want to check that out, go ahead. We're just going to move him off to the side because I imagine it's going to try to fall off. Let's see some points here to look at. So it's on a mill system. You can kind of see down here with the yellow. That's just all going to be covered. We got one of these half road plates. I got that off lego.com, off the Pick a Brick, Bricks and Pieces. I'm not even sure that this was back a couple months ago, so I'm not sure what it was called at that time. Got our green grass, different greens. If you guys are a farmer, you know the front yard is... It's not the most important thing. If the grass gets mowed, it gets mowed. We're not putting tons of chemicals down. We're not making it look like a perfect lawn like you'd see in the city where somebody's using a reel mower and cutting it to make it look like a golf course. We're just cutting it to get it done. So that's why it's just not one solid piece of green like over here, which I'll probably change up a tiny bit once I get it in the Lego City in the spot where it's sitting and try to make it look a little bit more realistic. But let's look at the house. So I've got covered front porch. So my design here, I tried to mix and match the standard, just that typical two-story farmhouse, long covered front porch with a little bit of modern look to it, attached garage, which was not very common whatsoever, and 70s, 80s, really more 80s. The second story, well, I guess maybe 70s too. Second story patio. White on the design, that was really typical. Look at the roof system. We're going to flip this around. You can see the creek and stuff that I've got in the back. Garage door does work. A little just Easter egg for myself, homage, my little truck. Yeah, I did a video on this. This is my truck. I own a Dodge Ram. I got it in '99. And yeah, I built this in the year 2000. So this Mach is 22 years old. I know it's poor, pathetic, and nowhere up to the standards of today's builds. But at the time, it was pretty good. 22 years ago, this was pretty good. Especially with those chrome running boards right there. Got the exhaust. Anyway, we'll move him out of the way. You can see in the garage there. Oh, as I bump the camera, just nothing in there. Try to move this a little bit. Yeah, you can see the parts of a blue door in there. Try to pick this up. There we go. Yeah, we got a door to get to the garage. Now, I'll tell you right now, there is no interior to this building. I am not an interior builder. I think it's a waste of parts, in my own opinion, because you're never going to see inside this. Let me ask you a question. If you own modular buildings, I'm sure a lot of you do, if you're a city builder, when was the last time you looked inside the diner? The second story of the diner. When was the last time you looked in your movie theater, your Palace Cinema? Yeah, you don't. What's the newest one out there? The police station. Or, oh, let's see. Yeah, let's say the police station. When's the last time you looked in it since you built it? Yeah, you don't. So that's why I don't do interiors. You can kind of see in the windows, but you're looking at everything else around it. You're not going to focus on the windows. So let's take a look. I'll show you how I done my roof. This one just lifts off. This style of just doing these panels, I actually got this, was it 6-7 years ago? The Simpsons house, when it came out, this is how they did their roof lines, just in panels. Saves on a ton of parts. Rather than trying to use this system of the slopes, yeah, you just use this and you're set. Also, this allows you to do a ton more slopes. So your pitch of your roof, you can make it all different. You can 112, 212, 412, all 12, 12, 12. If you guys know anything about construction, that's just the pitch of the roof. So it just sits on those two things. And then we've got our posts. You can see my, I'll zoom in for you. Light posts, or my lights on both sides of the house. Trying to use those up because I've got several of them. My little landscaping job, we'll call it okay. But that just sits, oh yeah. Another thing I wanted to point out, because not many people do this. You've got that lip, so that's my guttering. So my house does have gutters. It's also on the top too. How about that? I'm gonna zoom back out. I'll show you this. That one just lifts off just like that. And those white blocks are there just so the roof just doesn't slide off as if I accidentally knock it. You'll see the other one. The other one, yep, satellite dish. We've got our cross beam there, so then you see that just sits there. Oh, another thing to note when you do this, you do have to do the white slopes like that, but add the extra plate there on the side, and it kind of just hides your work. So we'll turn it to the side here, and you can see what I'm talking about. See how it hides those slopes? That's the way to go. All right, side view. Our long porch. You can kind of see back here what I'm getting to. All right, so the back of it, barbecue grill. Yeah, you can see in the house there, there's nothing there. It's just empty. This looks like somebody left their cell phone there. Got our lights. Side of the garage is just white. It's a garage. I'm not going to put a window on the side of the garage. I do have a window in the back. So let's look at the back. I try to do this and not, okay. Now, a couple things going on. We have a sun deck, so our rear deck comes out. I've got a plate in there, and that's the only thing there. It's the only floors there is what the size of that one plate is. I did several things with the doors, or not the doors, the windows. So you can see this design, how it's kind of butted out just a little bit, inset, using jumpers. I did that with the top one. Got a little cover over our back porch, or our back door. You can see those are just studs, and they're on blue plates. So this is a gray base plate. I put the blue down, and then I put these, which are the trans light blue, the trans dark blue, and just the clear. But it's got a blue plated bottom and different plate. You can see the different plate colors right there. And when you just mix and match, I think that looks just as good as using the tiles. Adds a little bit more pop to it, and I think when the light hits it and different things, you kind of get a little bit of a shimmer to it when it shimmers a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. So back of the garage right here, just plain flat. I didn't want to do, I know I've seen this done where people use a bunch of cheese slopes and they just line the entire thing, and it looks like siding, and that looks really good. I'll be the first one to admit, if I wanted to do that, I probably could. It would take, it'd probably take $100 to do the siding of the house. That's something I don't really want to deal with. I don't know, this is well over $200 the way it is right now with no interior. well, maybe right at 200. Maybe not way over. Probably right at 200. It's so part intensive, especially this work. And then the trees. The trees are about 10 bucks a piece or more. We'll look at the side. This is one thing I was really happy with. I'm gonna move this back. It's my bay window. So it comes out. We've got our glass. I need to move that glass. That glass is on the inside. Huh, I just caught that. Anyway, that's our side. Oh, we'll take this off so you guys can see down in there. Yeah, there's nothing there really. Side of the porch looks good. Try to pop this up a little bit. There you go. You can see what I'm talking about. I put my windows in wrong after I took them out to put the glass in. So I just got to pop those out. Got an owl up in the tree. Yep, that is my Lego farmhouse. Now, for the cool part, we're going to place it in the city. Okay, so that spot there, that's where it's going to go. I'll give you a little rundown. If this is your first time looking at this, this is how my farm looks. Got our waterfall in the back. So the reason I made that deck on the back is so you can just step right out. You can look at a nice waterfall. We've got our pond over there. Got our driveway here. Yes, that's a cattle guard. Custom cattle guard. How cool is that? Let's get that house placed on there and let's see what our farm looks like. All right, so we got it placed. What do you guys think? It's a very satisfying moment seeing it there. The trees, really a homestead look. Got the waterfall in the back. Cars in the garage. Come right down here to ground level. So this is what you would see if you were a car on the road. You'd see the house back there in the background. Isn't that cool? I'm really happy with it. Come over here from the side. This part's not done yet, but let's say you were looking here. You can see the house over there. And then from this angle, you can see the deck. You come up over the top. So you come out on the back deck and you've got the creek right there. And the waterfall right there. Really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.